Introducing to you first on my right, the challenger ready to fight in the blue corner. He is wearing black trunks with gold trim, originally from Nakuru, Kenya, now representing Rumsio Brothers Boxing in Los Angeles, California. He weighed in at the super lightweight limit of 140 pounds even. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with 26 wins, no losses, and 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the WBC #1 ranked super lightweight contender, introducing the undefeated fighter known as DK David Kamau. And his opponent across the ring is the legendary defending champion on my left, fighting out of the red corner, entering the ring wearing black trunks with multicolored trim, fighting out of and representing Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. He weighed in at the same weight as his opponent at 140 pounds. In his 97 professional bouts, his record includes 95 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw, with 81 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he is making his 33rd appearance in a world title bout. Here is the 5-time world champion in 3 weight categories. Please welcome one of boxing's great champions, the current WBC super lightweight champion of the world. Demos la bienvenida al gran campeón mexicano, introducing Julio Cesar Chavez. Here's our referee in charge, Mills Lane.
Okay, right here it's going to be okay. Right here is going to be okay. All right, we've gone through all the instructions in the dressing room for the championship of the world. Protect yourself at all times. Expect a tough, clean fight. Any questions from the challenger? Any questions from the champion? Let's get it on.
So for David Kamau, 0 championship fights, 0 championship rounds. For Julio Cesar Chavez, 32 championship fights, 260 championship rounds. Here we go for the WBC super lightweight title. A very partisan Chavez crowd. This fight might just as well be in Mexico. And already the chanting of Chavez rings through the ballroom.
The immediate thing you see is the size differential. I mean, very tall, very thin Kamau, just punching very tentatively from outside, trying to see how it is that Chavez will start to come in, bore in, and punch to the body. And then we will see whether speed is any factor. Many people who say that Kamau is much faster than Chavez, others say he wasn't so fast in his last couple of fights, so we'll see. All talk is over. It's now action.
Chavez fought just 47 days ago with that quick 1-round KO over Craig Hout. Kamau trying to get through. He's got, as Bertie says, a 4-inch height advantage.
Well, he must have punched the air about 50 times so far. He hasn't landed anything solid, but he's punched an awful lot. See those punches that just go out in the air? He's got to get in a little bit closer. And when it does, it's Chavez's time.
Chavez measuring his opponent.
Many of the first rounds in Chavez fights are very dull. He just sits and waits to see what that guy's got, where he's coming from, and then he adjusts, and then the party starts around round 2 or 3.
Chavez very patient, letting Kamau throw the jab, which isn't going anywhere.
No, it's almost a fearful jab. You know, he's not landing to connect. He's just kind of landing to be throwing something, but he's not doing anything. It's not even coming close.
And that time, Chavez just picked off the jab with his glove.
Yeah, it's almost worse than not throwing it at all. It's almost an indication that you don't have the confidence to come in with a jab. to step in with it, to pop it.
Kamau very tentative thus far. He may be Kenyan, but he's been living in Hollywood, California for the last 5 years.
He's got a compelling story, and he's one of the nicest fighters I think I've ever talked to in an interview. But in the ring, all of it goes out the window, and you're facing a legend in Julio Cesar Chavez.
Chavez backing Kamau up and finally throwing a punch. "30 seconds to go in a very quiet first round."
I don't think Chavez has thrown enough punches for one hand. You can count them on one hand.
There's a jab from Chavez and a right hand.
Right hand over the jab. Chavez has now closed the distance a little bit, like he means to start fighting, but it won't be till the second round.
To the body goes Chavez. And Kamau missing, and then at the end, Chavez got hit in the eye.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my.
Uh-oh, this
Right
is going to
at
start
the
like
end
this.
of the first round, and blood was apparent right on the left eye of Chavez.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Let's not call that blood too soon. Let's see what he's got. It looks like he just got thumbed, but let's see what he's got. Let's see if this starts out strange. No, he's saying it was a head, not a thumb. A butt.
Ábralo, ábralo. Ciérralo, ciérrale ahora, ciérrale. Ciérrale, tranquilo, tranquilo.
See, there is right on the eyelid.
Dame una toallita pequeña.
There is on the eyelid a little blood. Let's take a look and let's see if we can see where that head comes in. There it is. Boy, it is a head right there. No question about it. Now you could have put a glove on that guy's head. Here, let's look at it again. Keep your eye. There it is.
Oh, my.
There's no question about it. That's clearly a butt. Well, what would happen now? We will see.
Second round after an uneventful first 2 minutes and 58 seconds or so, Ferdy. It ended rather strangely.
Well, the way that cut is bad and good. The bad part is right on the crease of the lid.
And Kamau scores against a little roar from the crowd.
Yeah, but see, it made Chavez mad. He might get out of his game plan now, just try to punish this guy, and that will be playing into David's hands. Kamau, it's up to him to keep the punishment coming as Chavez loses his head to come in. I've never seen Chavez lose his head too much in a fight. He'll have to settle back down to his game plan. As I started to say, that cut is bad because it's along the crease. It's good because it's very difficult to get in there and open it further. If it's on the brow, it's easy. If it's on the brow, it's skin stretched over, bone, and you can pop that all you want.
Remember, an accidental foul before the start of the fourth round, the fight will be ruled a no decision. If it happens after the start of the fourth, they go to the scorecards.
And although this fight hasn't gotten that violent, there's blood coming out of Kamau's nose already. Blood on Kamau's nose, blood in the eyelid of Chavez, and we're just in the second round of a very uneventful first round, except for a butt.
And the point of that accidental foul is if the fighter cannot continue, it would go to the scorecards if it was before the start of the fourth.
Well, I don't think this is going to have any effect on that. Although it clearly was the result of a butt.
Kamau trying to throw that jab, but again, it falls short. And Kamau missing with the right hand.
Chavez getting much closer. Pretty soon the body attack will start.
Chavez with a crisp jab to the face of Kamau. And there is blood in the nostrils of David Kamau. Chavez continuing to be very patient. Has not thrown a lot of punches.
His eye doesn't seem to bother him, though. He's not blinking.
Combination by Kamau. He landed that left uppercut.
But very little landed on the others. All shoulders and gloves. And it wasn't an effective one. At least he's doing something. However little he's doing enough to win a round because Chavez is doing nothing. And if he gives away these first rounds, then you're going to start getting excited.
Chavez lunging to the body. And a right hand for Kamau. Now Chavez trying to find the range.
Two rounds that he's wiled away, Chavez. not an auspicious start.
No pasa nada. Ciérralo. Ciérralo. Hola.
La cortadita es pequeña, Julio, no es importante. Tranquilo.
Tranquilo, papá. Esto está controlado, ¿eh? No te vayas fuera de...
La cortada es pequeñita, no tiene ningún problema. No tiene nada.
Venga.
He's being reassured there's nothing with the cut. It's under control.
En el tipo. Estás un poquito fuera de distancia, ¿entiendes? Sube las manos y entra dentro.
Buffalo's telling him you're too far out of the distance. Raise your hands, come in and start punching. You're blowing these 2 rounds.
Para evitar la derecha. Pero métete ahí dentro y tira, no te quedes parado. Tira.
Get in there and throw. Don't just stand there.
No tiene problema la cortada.
No problem with the cut. Now, don't worry about it.
Eso no es nada, ¿entiendes?
No tiene nada, no está sangrando la cortada.
Eso no es nada, which means it's nothing.
Una vida, me cago en la hostia puta, que tenemos que irnos pronto. Vamos.
And that was a burst of profanity by Buffalo to send him on his way.
Here we go, round number 3. Chavez defending the WBC super lightweight title against undefeated David Kamau.
Well, these are the rounds that don't seem like anything until you get to round 10 or 11. You look back and you gave away the first 2 rounds by not fighting at all. All of a sudden, those 2 points are very, very big in a championship fight. Surprised at the lack of activity of Julio Cesar in the second round.
Kamau may be missing now still, but he looks a little more confident, a little more comfortable.
Yeah. He survived the first 2 rounds, and the guy's done nothing to him. He hadn't felt the punch yet. He hadn't felt that hook to the body yet. He's very confident as Kamau. He's confident when he came in here. He's undefeated. That gives you a lot of confidence. You just don't know how to lose. You haven't developed the habit yet.
Kamau fought in the 1988 Olympics for Kenya, reached the quarterfinals.
So far, Chavez looks listless. He doesn't look like he's in gear yet.
Bertie, do you think that Chavez is having trouble coming in because of Kamau's height, number 1, the 4-inch height advantage, and his 3.5-inch reach advantage?
He may. He's certainly not coming in for some reason. It's not because he doesn't want to.
Kamau had him backed up, just missed that left hook.
Well, he missed all of it. Wasn't just the left hook, it was the whole combination he missed, which doesn't do you anything as far as points, and he gives points to Chavez for good defense.
Well, there he scores with an uppercut.
Yeah.
The right hand landed effectively.
And the fact remains, he's the only one who's doing any
Get off
fighting.
that net, come on.
Let's face it, he is doing the attacking. He is doing the fighting. Uh-oh. It's bothering. The cut is now bothering Chavez. He's wiping away the blood. It's not bothering.
Good combination by Kamau. And there's plenty of blood now around that left eye of Chavez. Let's see if he wakes up when he feels that blood. Now Chavez lands a left hook. And the crowd roaring their approval. That blood is going into the left eye of Chavez and is bothering him.
Trouble with Chavez's eye, big trouble. That's why he's trying to get this thing finished. Kamau still not intimidated, still comes on, even though he took a couple of very good hammering shots to the head. He felt the power for the first time of Chavez. Didn't bother him, though. He's still here.
Chavez constantly wiping away the blood from that left eye. Kamau gets inside, gets opportunities, and then misses.
Yeah, but he's in there and he's throwing, and the other guy's not throwing anything. Chavez is receiving, not sending. Another round into the kip for Kamau. Boy, this is going to get horny here in a little while. Or is it thorny?
And now Chavez complains to Mills Lane about the elbows from Kamau, and Mills says, head back to your corner.
Well, Mills knows. Mills is one of the best referees in the world. He's a judge. He's been a United States Marine. He's had 70-some-odd bouts, and he knows. And if he saw that elbow, he would say so.
Doctor, deme la vaselina. No me parpadees ahora, ¿eh? Ciérralo. Ciérralo.
It's odd. He's putting a lot of pressure on there, but there's no medication to seal the cut. I mean,
Dame la vaselina, doctor.
see, they're just giving Vaseline. They're putting Vaseline. No kind of anticoagulant. Let's see if we can pick up that elbow. Mills Lane didn't see it. Let's see if we can see it. No? There it went. But it really didn't hit anything except the top of his head. Well, I guess an elbow in the top of the head doesn't feel good.
Round number 4. They tried to clean up that cut during the 3rd round.
Well, so far, Kamau is living up to the Kenyans' reputation of being traditionally great distance athletes. They're so finely conditioned they can run all over the place. And so far, it looks like this guy's got that kind of legs. He's going to be here through all 12, bouncing around if it goes that far.
Chavez scoring to the body. Chavez with a left hook upstairs. He got Kamau's attention with that punch.
They better do something. This guy's got a rhythm going. And as long as Chavez falls back, he's not going to discombobulate his rhythm. I mean, he's going to keep right on top of him. See, he loosened his arms. That's not good. That doesn't look good. When a guy in the 4th round is already loosening his arms.
Crisp jab by Chavez. But those punches have been very, very sporadic.
Come on, David. Here we go. Come on.
They have been infrequent.
Yeah. He has to cut the distance, which by now he usually has. He hasn't at all cut the distance. And Kamau has been able to maintain the distance he wants and comes in punches when he wants with impunity. He's not getting hit back. That's what that means. Thank you.
Chavez, a lunging right hand, then he lost his balance. And Mills Lane checks him out. No knockdown anywhere.
That was one of those punches from left field that misses, and you keep on going with the punch.
Yeah.
I tell you, when you've seen as many fights as I have of Chavez, you almost feel like saying, come on, Julio, come on, get back into what you were. I mean, what happened to you? You know, where did you leave it?
Kamau now with the jab. And Chavez's jab has been nowhere.
And you know, he can't save himself with the judges this time because they're all from foreign countries, not one of which speaks Spanish. So we've got a panel of totally disinterested people in Chavez. There'll be no favoritism here.
Kamau
His head.
scoring, and again, Chavez appealing to referee Mills Lane.
That will not win anybody's sympathy for a guy to be continuously complaining.
And Kamau backs up Chavez again.
All right, ho.
And he got a right hand in before Chavez countered.
There you go. Watch the heads in there, both, David. Come on.
Final seconds of round 4.
Give me a towel, please. Chuck, you got your towel. Huh? You got your towel? You got a towel. From where? He wants to wipe his eyes. Oh, the sweat?
Yeah.
Okay, you're fine, David. David, look. Yeah. David, stay on the outside at long range, David. You're doing well with him, David. You gotta stay busy. Off the jab, David, you gotta work combinations and stuff. Throwing one punch to stop it, okay? You hit him with anything. Don't blow your nose, you understand? Hit him with anything, but you gotta stay a little bit busier with him, okay? Make him fucking work. Go side to side.
Let's take a look at that left field punch. See, he did hit him, but he kept right on going into the reserve seats. That was just another one of those slips like we saw in the charity march. Let's hear it. Buffalo's getting mad. There might be something wrong with the right eye of Kamau. He seems to have trouble focusing. He mumbled something to his corner. He couldn't quite pick it up, but they saw nothing in the eye. So let's pick it up again.
Well, David Kamau was a 5.5-to-1 underdog here at the Mirage. And thus far, fighting a good fight. Chavez with the left hook, getting inside.
Now that's a wake-up call for Chavez. He's finally woken up.
Come on.
He finally woke up to fighting. And he's gone back to falling back.
Kamau staying on top of him.
Yeah, he is. And if Chavez was waiting for Kamau to get tired, he's got a bad surprise coming.
His percentage of punches landed is not that good, Kamau, but it's more than Chavez is even throwing. And an uppercut by Kamau.
And Chavez is standing still. He's just trying to defend.
And Kamau landed with a left hook. Chavez having a tough time getting inside.
Having a tough time landing punches. Having a tough time keeping off Kamau. He needs to put some hurt on this guy. This guy's just tuning up here.
Again, there's blood in that left eye. And that left eye is starting to close a little bit as Kamau doubles up on the left hand.
Kamau has been saying he's got all kind of gears. Oh, nice punch. It kind of settled Chavez back. Almost bounced him back into the ropes. He is landing. Don't make a mistake about that. And it's inflicting damage on the face of Chavez. He's bleeding and he's lumping up.
First world championship fight for Kamau. And he's showing no fear at all. Good left hook landed by Chavez. Toe-to-toe action for the first time in the fight. Kamau again landed a short uppercut.
What a session. I mean, that leaves you speechless. These guys are bouncing bombs off each other, and it doesn't affect Kamau. He's just comes right back with something just as hard as he got hit.
Kamau doubling up on the jab again.
Now bleeding again from the nose. Chavez had him where he wanted him, toe-to-toe, and he didn't do anything to him.
Kamau's right hand got through and landed on the face of Chavez.
There you go.
Crowd again chanting for Chavez.
I never thought I'd see a Chavez fight where you'd go to the 5th round before you'd ever throw that hook to the side.
Fine finish by Kamau.
Attaboy, you're fine. Hey, get some deep breath, David. Story with that. Deep breath, deep breath, huh? Deep breath. Some deep breath, huh? Hey, David. Breathe through your mouth. Deep inhale. David, look. Hey, now he's coming straight at you, son. That jab's gonna be stronger. You're in good shape with that jab. Just put it to him, David. He gets it close, son. You gotta hit and move. You gotta hit and move. Do not stay inside with him. You get your combination up, then you move. Give me the water.
Now let's look at Kamau early in the round where things are still going his way. Remember, on our quite unofficial scorecard, he has Chavez has given away 4 rounds, and now he's coming out to really lay it out with Kamau. Kamau backs him up to the ropes. He's not afraid of it. He comes right in with everything. Now look at that hook. Now that'll put out most people. Another hook, and still no effect on Kamau. This guy's got so much confidence, they're not even hurting him. I mean, most guys would have been down with those 2 punches. And it's all the way into the 5th before Julio lands his patented left hook to the side. That's really a surprise.
So undefeated David Kamau now into the 6th round. And thus far it's been his fight. Chavez tonight was hoping he'd KO Kamau and tie Joe Louis's record for KOs in a world championship fight with 22. But right now, the thing he's going to have on his mind is trying to win this thing.
He's going to have to get very lucky because this guy looks like he's here to fight for 12 rounds.
And right now, Whitaker, Randall, and De La Hoya must be salivating.
No, their bankers and them are crying right now. A big fight would go out the window if Chavez loses here. The big money fights would fly.
Oh, finally Chavez gets inside and lands a left. It was a bomb. Another left hook.
And still no Chavez to the body, and still no Chavez attack. He is now fighting like a desperate man. All head. That's not like Julio Cesar Chavez.
Chavez trying to find the range and starting to. And Kamau trying to keep him at bay with that double left. The jab, just trying to keep it in his face.
And it's not at bay. He's chasing him with it. I mean, it's not like he's keeping him off. He's keeping him going back. And when you go back, you get much more tired than when you go forward, especially if you got old legs. He's going back, back, back. Fatigue will mount in his legs.
Kamau missing with the right hand, but scoring with the right to the body.
Chavez needs some strong stuff to carry this round and start to get back into this fight.
There's that jab, ever present, and starting to find the range much better than early on when it just was snapped out there, but didn't score, Ferdy.
Yeah, he was tentative at first, but he's in this fight now. And he's got the range as well.
And he's got the confidence, too.
Oh, boy, has he got confidence. Now he's got him in a corner. Let's see what he does to Chavez. Lets him out.
Inside of 30 seconds to go in the 6th round.
Two good hooks by Chavez. He's got to do something. He's got to get back in here.
Come on, David. Come on.
Mills Lane separates the fighters.
It's too early to abandon a body attack.
Get him up. Come on, get him up.
He should go right to it, and he has just then.
Couple of good lefts by Chavez.
And two good thumping body shots that were under the belt.
We're at the Grand Ballroom at the Mirage in Las Vegas. Crowd of well over 4,000. The capacity here, 4,400. This is the first fight at the Mirage since July of 1994. The 7th boxing card in the Grand Ballroom, and Chavez is 3-0 at the Mirage in his career, but tonight he's into a heck of a fight with David Kamau.
La cortada no es nada, es un tallón que tiene. A mí no me para nadie una cortada. No te preocupes de eso. No te preocupes de eso. Ya agarrate confianza.
All right, he's talking about cuts all right, but you got to get inside and punch. You're going to need these rounds. We're way behind. Let's take a look at the butt. These things are happening all over this place. Now watch. Boom. Could have a football helmet on. He would have knocked the quarterback out. And here comes 7th round, and boy, things are going to have to start changing.
Scoring, Ferdy, thus far.
58 to 56, quite unofficially for Kamau. I gave him the first 4 rounds in a line, the last 2 as Julio Cesar Chavez is coming back. Not big, though. It could go the other way easily. But make no mistake, Kamau is ahead.
Chavez countering. It's still Kamau with the jab who is dictating the fight.
And the big story here is the absence of the thumping body attack to the side of Chavez. Looking at the little skinny body of David Kamau, everybody said, boy, once that guy starts to get hit, his ribs are going to be replaced, but he hasn't been hit there.
And again, that height advantage, the 4-inch height advantage, and the 3.5-inch reach advantage of Kamau has been big.
All the more reason to ask yourself, why is he going up to the head? He's got that huge guy in front of him, tall, when he could be punching right at the body at his level with a lot of strength. The guy's right there. His body is right there.
Chavez's nose is bloody.
Yep, Chavez starting to bleed from the nose. David's been bleeding from the nose. Kamau's been bleeding from the nose for a while.
Kamau keeps popping out that left hand. Chavez has never been stopped in 97 fights. And again, Chavez appealing to Mills Lane, and Mills says, fight on. And Kamau goes to the body. He dug one decent hook into there.
Chavez has no fire. He has no fire. There's nothing going on in here. I mean, what is the matter with this guy?
Now Chavez lands. Quick combination.
But David comes right back.
Kamau not afraid to trade with Chavez.
That may be his downfall, but right now, he seems to be taking everything Chavez has got and comes back with more. And Chavez is at that edge of desperation where all he goes is to the head. He punches nothing but head punches.
And missing desperately there. Chopping away at the body, getting the left hook to the head. Chavez scores. Inside of 30 seconds of the 7th round.
Nice right hand by Chavez as he came in, as David came in, he got hit a nice right hand. But he didn't follow with anything else. Uncharacteristic of Chavez. We're looking at an old and weary fight. Again,
Again, Chavez appeals to Mills' lane. Again, Mills says, let's go, fight. And Kamau landing a right hand.
Dame una toalla para limpiarle aquí la nariz. Límpiala bien. Más limpio. Julio, vas a poner
Let's
todos
take a
tus
couple
huevos
looks
ahí.
at that clash ahead
Pon todo lo que tienes y más.
Chavez is complaining about. Oh, it's as much one as the other. What's he arguing about? He pulled his head in. I mean, let's look at it another way. Let's look at it the other way. All right, from overhead, let's take a look. See, Chavez came in with us, and then he pulls his head over, and he gets hit. What's he complaining about? Well, it's not a pretty picture, and Kamau, who's had a compelling life, a wonderful story that he told us, almost committed suicide at the age of 14 in despair that no one in his family loved him. A wonderful story, and how he came back and used Ali as his idol after the Frazier fight. Wonderful young man to talk to. Boy, he's fighting his heart out here today.
Chavez backed up against the ropes again. And Kamau continues to score. That jab has been the pesky punch throughout.
That's the first time he stepped back. That's the first time David has stepped back. Kamau, I don't know why he did that.
Oh, sit back. Come on, let me go. Come on.
He didn't get hit, and he didn't get butted. He just stepped back.
What about those big money fights that are supposedly out there for Chavez? The De La Hoya fight.
None of that matters right now. There's only one guy that matters. He's got to knock this guy out or somehow begin to take these rounds in succession, outpoint him.
Blood again, right around that left eye of Chavez. It's been bothering him throughout the punch as the jab lands from Kamau. Chavez said earlier this week, I don't know about 100 victories. I'm exhausted. I'm not sure how much longer I'll be fighting. I've been having physical problems, my hands, elbows, back. It's a buildup of so many years. I get quite depressed and unmotivated by my injuries. Is this an unmotivated performance, Ferdy?
It certainly seems like it to me. He's fighting like a tired old man. He's fighting like a guy who hasn't got any memory of how great he used to be. There's certainly been no body attack. There's certainly been no concentrated attack, that ferocity that he's always shown. He is on the receiving end of an aggressor. That is unusual.
Chavez lunging to the body. Nothing there. And missing with the hook.
This reminds me of those nights where you go and you see your hero, like Joe Louis getting knocked out by Marciano, or Ali getting beat by Holmes. You just see it and you don't believe it. The guy's been so great, you just can't think. But there he is. There's Kamau coming on, out punching him, standing in front of him, not scared of Chavez, and Chavez doesn't seem to be able to summon up the energy to do what he used to do.
Ferdy, there are nights that a fighter will tell you just can't get off. Down goes Kamau! Out of nowhere, Chavez drops Kamau with the left.
And that's the only shot he's got, is to knock out Kamau. That's the shot he's got. Get lucky. He hit him coming in. It was almost a flash knockdown. It was not. It was not a legitimately, not big knockdown.
Chavez always has been known as one of the great finishers in boxing. Can he do it tonight? A left hook again to Kamau.
At the very least, he's got a 10-8 round working right here. Whoa. All right, let's take a look at that, what looks like a flash knock. He's coming in, and he got hit right as he went in. Now, look at how he springs up. Immediately, he's up. It's not a hard knock, but it is a knockdown, and that makes it a 10-8 round, and Chavez is now within range. See, wasn't a big thing. He's kind of out of sync, and he gets hit. Watch it again from up here. Watch his legs. Just see, look at his legs. See, he's way out of balance. Boom, and gets hit with his legs in parallel.
It's a jab.
See, it wasn't one of those killer punches. It just caught him coming out about. Had that been a good straight right hand, it could have killed him. The inexperience of a fighter that just seems like he's got the fight in command and then makes that mistake.
So let's see if Chavez can feed off the knockdown in the 8th.
Well, it certainly woke him up. He's now fighting like Chavez.
Chavez getting aggressive. Kamau still doubling up on the jab.
Well, Chavez is enervated because he's come out of that coma he was in. He was fighting in slow motion. He looks like the old Chavez right now. He feels it.
And now Kamau's got to be careful about trading as Chavez chops to the body.
Well, the unofficial scorecard is now 75-76. Kamau ahead by 1 point. So you see, one of those little things can change everything around. And it did the main thing. It pulled the switch on a guy that had been sleepwalking. All of a sudden, Chavez woke up.
But here's Kamau again backing him up.
And we still got 4 rounds to go. This is by no way, by no means over. It's all up for grabs.
Chavez has pulled things out of the hat before, as he did against Taylor in the final seconds of the fight.
He's got heavy hands. He does do a lot of damage when he hits you. Problem is, he hadn't been hitting David that much.
There you go, there you go. Come on, here we go, come on.
Chavez with a left hook. Kamau backing Chavez up, but doesn't look like he's got the confidence he did a little earlier.
One step back, Julio. One step back, David. Here we go. Come on, come on.
Chavez content to play the role of counterpuncher.
He's not getting hit, but he is falling back.
Come on.
And the guy is an aggressor, you know.
Left hook by Chavez. And a crisp jab from Chavez, something we haven't seen much of tonight.
One step back. Come on, David. Get off. Come on.
Kamau tying him up but not throwing punches. He can't score that way.
Good exchange by both men. That's an even encounter. Both of them hit hard. Traded hard blows. Again, it depends on the judging. Do you judge a guy that's the aggressor? Do you judge a guy that's got a fine defense and you can't hit him? How do you like it? Well, that's what we're going to find what the judges like.
Final seconds of the 9th round. Chavez landing the jab.
Relax. We're in the 10th round, huh? Yeah. How you feel? Good. Okay, David, now you gotta go get him now, okay? Yeah. You gotta keep your hands working, son. You gotta keep your hands working. And don't let him, open your mouth. Don't let him, David, you gotta win these rounds big now, okay? I want everything straight. David, you back him up with 2 jabs. You gotta go with the right hand to the body. How am I doing? Okay? The fight is very close. You're doing great, son, but I want you to do it even better. You do better, right?
2 looks at Chavez and hooking him. Maybe the only really good punches that fight and of that round, and that's what could have won it for him. And if he did win the round, then unofficially it's an even fight on my scorecard. And believe me, these rounds are so close it could be going anyway. And you know, both of those hooks landed well, and Kamau did not land anything near as good. So in the absence of all other fury, that round goes to Chavez.
3 rounds to go at the Mirage in Las Vegas. WBC Super Lightweight title on the line. Bruce Beck, Ferdy Pacheco ringside. Julio Cesar Chavez defending the title against undefeated, unheralded David Kamau. Kamau got off to a terrific start, but Chavez dropped Kamau in the 8th. And a right hand by Chavez.
And even though it didn't hurt David that much, it did cost him a 10-8 round, and more than that, it sapped his confidence a little bit. He has not fought with the same kind of brio and confidence since that knockdown. He's been a little bit too careful.
I agree. There's more tentativeness in his game plan.
Boy, that changed things around.
Chavez, a lead lunging right hand. Straight right to the face of Kamau.
Somehow, the older Chavez looks fresher, and he looks like he's more determined now and fighting a tougher fight than all during the beginning of this fight. The first 8 rounds in which he sleepwalked.
Chavez known as a warrior. That's what he's going to have to reach down and do here.
Oh, great exchange by both men, with Chavez getting the better of it there. But here comes David.
Left hook by Chavez. Another left hook.
Get off that neck. Come on, come on, come on.
Halfway through the 10th.
But David is putting his punches in there also. It's not a one-way thing, but the trouble is that the more effective punches are being fired by Chavez. Harder, direct, and landing.
Kamau's first championship fight, and these are what they call the championship rounds, 10, 11, and 12. How will he respond?
And boy, are they big in this case, because Chavez has been here many, many times.
Kamau has him in front of him, but he's just not throwing now.
Well, the last time you had him in front of him like that and walked, see, he's walking back. Why? Why? That makes him lose points in the eyes of the judge. Just when he had him there, he walked back.
All right, let's get back.
As if not willing to commit to a fight in the corner. That's not good. Not good for points. Davila, the great champion who trains him, is screaming here in a corner. Use your jab, punch. He's frustrated by David's inability to come in and punch as he was before. He knows these rounds are so important, and he's blown.
20 seconds left in the 10th.
Come on, David. Come
Those
on.
lanes separating the fighters. Kamau trying to throw that jab, but not landing. Good left hook by Chavez.
And under and over. That's the first trademark that he did.
And a left to the body and then to the head by Chavez.
That's Chavez. That's Chavez. Down and over and down. That's it.
How you feel, baby? Good. You're fine, huh? All right, hold it here. David. Deep inhale through your nose. We gotta go get him now. Okay, look, you're gonna find it. The fight's a little close. We'll come in together, just a little bit more movement. We gotta be faster, a little faster, and everything's straight. He goes down, gotta put the middle, come around. Okay, the body, you can't go a little bit more of the body, but keep it open, keep it open.
All right, here's what we've been waiting to see. Chavez beginning to look Chavez, like Chavez. The body blow and the top of the head. That's Chavez. The body and then the head. That is what has won him all of these fights. Let's listen to this one.
Dale un poquito de agua para beber. Que beba un poco. Trágate un poco.
Okay,
Trágatelo.
Kamau has got 10 rounds or more 4 times in his career. Chavez 19 times. Once he lost, once he drew.
Well, his corner didn't appear as panic-stricken as it had before, and Kamau's corner begins to look very worried.
Round number 11.
We do not know what the judges are going to see this, but right now it's the first time in this entire fight that Chavez has taken the lead, 95-94. Remember, that's very unofficial.
Chavez's fire is back. It seemed to come out of nowhere in the 8th round after he dropped Kamau.
Yeah, I think that was his wake-up call. He dropped him, he says, this guy can go, and he started to fight.
There was an absence of throwing that left hook to the body and the left hook to the head, but that's been much more present the last few rounds.
Well, if he can just continue that.
There's a double left. A hook to the body, a hook to the head by Chavez. And a right hand from Chavez.
And that was sort of a trip when what you just saw when David tripped going back over his feet. Not a punch. And now all of a sudden Chavez is a hunter. And all of a sudden the roles have changed.
And it changed after the 8th round. Kamau moving on his toes, but doing little else. Chavez, a right hand, follows it with a left.
All right, let him go. Come on, David, let him go. Let him go, David. Come on, come on, come on.
Showing the great qualities of a champion. Who won his first world title fight 11 years ago this week.
Come on, David, don't grab. Now let him play a good fighter. Come on.
Coming up on a minute left in the 11th. Chavez, the aggressor. The short left hook landed effectively.
As he tied him up with one hand, he belabored him with the other.
Another left hook. Kamau's got blood flowing from his nostrils now.
Championship stuff from Chavez. A little boxing lesson for this young, eager man who's just on the verge of winning a title when things have turned on him.
Big right bomb by Chavez. Blood now in the mouth and the nostrils of Kamau.
And for the first time, Kamau puffed. Here he comes. Here comes Chavez.
Chavez knows how to finish. Left hook by Chavez. Another left hook. Crowd roaring their approval.
The determination on Chavez's face is something to behold.
Kamau in trouble against the ropes. Chavez landing at will.
Pure confidence in Chavez's corner. Go get him. Finish him. Knock him out. This is ours.
12th and final round for the WBC Super Lightweight title. I don't think Chavez has lost a round since the 8th. How do you have it scored, Bertie?
105 to 103 with the roof about to cave in on David Kamau. The champion, just as he began to look like an old man, took a complete head of steam from that knockdown, and he reverted to being Julio Cesar Chavez, the great champion.
Let's see if Chavez goes in for the kill.
And let me not hesitate to say this is by no means an official deal, because the referees can see this any way they want to. This can be a surprise. We are in Las Vegas.
Kamau throwing the left hand, but not much happening. It was landing in the early rounds. It's not now.
If Chavez lets him win this round, he is making a big mistake. Chavez has got to go back to being thunderous here.
Chavez goes to the body with the left hook. Kamau lands a solid jab.
And a right hand afterwards, and that's point building. Chavez better get back into this round here.
Come on.
Warning to Kamau for grabbing from Mills Lane. This is the 12th and final round.
Incredible that Chavez, having had such a great 11th round, has not stormed across and tried to at least take this round big. I'm sure he doesn't think he's that far ahead.
Come on.
Chavez ties him up. I'm surprised this being the 12th round with this much on the line, that there's this little action right now. That's a slip. It's a slip. No knockdown. Inside a minute to go in the fight.
And that would have been really interesting had that been counted a knockdown. Whoa. What's the matter with Chavez? Why isn't he coming on?
Chavez goes to the body. Short right uppercut, but Kamau counters back.
At least he took the offensive. At least he did something. He was blowing this round. No, come on. Come on. This is not one.
Chavez leaning up against the ropes as Kamau comes in and scores to the body.
Step back. Come on, David.
Right hand by Kamau, followed up by a left.
Well, Kamau not going easily into the night.
No, he's not.
He might just have taken this last round.
And a left hook by Kamau. And that is it. Some mutual respect after a heck of a 12th round for Kamau.
Yeah, and it made it 114-113 for Camacho, maybe.
For Chavez.
For Chavez. Why in the world would he not fight that last round? Why in the world didn't he swarm across? What a mistake on the part of Chavez. Unless he knows something I don't know.
So now it's in the hands of the judges. One is from Las Vegas, one from Thailand, one from London, England. Let's take a look at that slip.
Let's take a look at the slip, which could have been a decisive turning point had it not been a slip. See, they stepped on each other's. They've been stepped. Now, you see there? See the feet get tangled up there? Nothing. No problem. Nothing but a slip. And again, a mysterious performance by Chavez. Mysterious. He started out giving the first 4 rounds away and ends up by giving away the last round. Incredible.
So Chavez, who had knocked down Kamau in the 8th, then looked like he took the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th, and almost took Kamau out in the 11th. All of a sudden was very quiet, listless in the 12th. And if you give Kamau that round, it is a close fight any way you look at it. David Kamau's first world championship fight. Ranked number 1 by the WBC, number 3 by the WBA, number 2 by the IBF. He had his chance in that fight, that's for sure. So the crowd here at the Mirage waits. Kamau had his best moments in the first 3 rounds. Not so much because he was active, but because Chavez was inactive. Getting set for the official decision. Right now, let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Larry O'Connell, scores about 116 to 114. Anek Hongtongkom scores about 116 to 112. Judge at ringside, Carol Castellano, scores about 117 to 110. All 3 in favor of the winner, and still champion, el gran campeón mexicano, Julio Cesar Chavez.
So Chavez pulls one out of the hat. In trouble early. The great world champion rallies to win by a unanimous decision. And this is 33rd world title fight, and now his 31st world title victory, both boxing records. David Kamau, the Kenyan, who fought in the Olympics, talked a good game all week long. Had respect for Chavez, but thought he could win. And for a while, it looked like he could. Chavez retaining the WBC super lightweight title. And this is 4th title defense. And this is 2nd reign as champion. What are his plans now? Well, he's got one more win to rack up as he goes to 96 in his quest for 100. But we've heard over the last week many times his goals changing. Matter of fact, perhaps the best quote of the week came from Chavez when he said, "I don't know what I'm going to do." Just a reminder, we still have one more bout coming up shortly. It's for the vacant NABF middleweight title. Rodney Tony, a stablemate of Terry Norris, takes on undefeated William Jaffe. The two have been professionals for only 3 years, but boast solid records in a short time. But first, let's go back up to the ring and Ferdy Pacheco.
All right, with standing with the champion who's getting a little water here. Champion, That first 4 rounds you fought very slow.
4 asaltos estuviste muy lento.
No, lo que pasa es que empezando el segundo round me dio un cabezazo que me descontroló un poco, ya tenía muchas peleas que no me cortaban, pero usé toda mi experiencia.
He says no, that he received a headbutt. He was in control of the fight. That no, not at all.
And did his height and the speed bother you?
¿Y la rapidez te afectó, te molestó?
No, un poco, dile, pero lo que pasa más que me sacó de balance es que el referee no lo molestó cuando me pegó 2 cabezazos, entonces, por eso me descontrolé un poco, pero hice mi pelea.
What bothered him the most is that the referee did not interfere when he received the headbutt, but that he feels he maintained his fight. He was just threw him off balance.
We'll show him the headbutt on the monitor here as soon as we get it up. We're going to get it up now. Here we go. Mira. Este es el butt. Go ahead. Sit right there. Now, Mills Lane is standing right behind me, and he's telling him, Mills is saying no.
I missed it.
Mills ever the fair judge, and Marine says he missed it.
I missed the call. What can I tell you? Good luck.
Ok, lo que pasa es que usé toda mi experiencia. Kamau es un gran peleador.
Kamau is an excellent fighter.
Pero demostré que todavía sigo siendo Julio Cesar Chavez.
But he still continued to demonstrate that he is still Julio Cesar Chavez.
At the end, you seemed like you had him almost knocked out at the 11th, and yet you didn't fight hard in the 12th.
¿Por qué? Porque estaba lastimado de mi tobillo. No tenía el balance que debía tener.
For a sick man, you fight very good.
Yes, José, cumplí México, le cumplí, señor presidente de la República, y a todo México. ¡Viva México! Y mañana nos vemos en Culiacán a las 12 del día con la tambora.
Bueno, one last thing. Well, we have missed the picture. We cannot show a knockdown that we wanted to, and so let's go to Don King for a second. Don, we cannot show a knockdown on here because there is nothing on the monitor, unfortunately. So, Don, tell us about December. Is it a possibility that we use this man again?
Yes, it is. Julio, if everything is all right and the nicks and the cuts are not there, he's going to fight on November or December, and we're looking forward to him fighting Miguel Angel Gonzalez.
All right. I think this has been an unusual evening because we almost saw him lose, but he came back, and he is still Julio Cesar Chavez.
Julio Cesar Chavez, a great fighter, and he had it in control. He did a good job. I'm very happy with him. Very proud of him.
Well, let me throw it over to Jim Gray, who has an interview with the loser.
Okay, thank you very much, Ferdy. David, first of all, did you feel as though you won the fight?
Yeah, to me, I felt, I won the fight because the knockdown was not a knockdown, it was a slip. I wasn't knocked down, but I knocked him down, and the referee said it was a slip. So
you feel as though it was a slip, but clearly on the replay it showed that you were hit with the right hand, but you feel you slipped?
Yeah, no, I wasn't hit. He pushed me. I wasn't hit.
And then in the 12th round, did you feel as though you knocked him down?
Yeah, exactly. That was a knockdown, but, I can't say anything because I'm not a referee, I'm not a judge, and, I thank God for making everything at this point. I can't lose I can't lose hope. I'm going to keep hope alive, and I'm going to be back.
What about the headbutt in the first round, which you gave to Julio Cesar Chavez?
Yeah, I didn't mean it. To be honest, I'm not a dirty fighter. I'm not a dirty fighter. It just happened. It's an accident. I didn't mean it. I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm here to perform my best. I'm not here to hurt anybody or to take anybody to the hospital. That's not my idea. My idea is to win.
Were you ever hurt in this fight?
I can't say I was hurt because I've been hurt before. Julio, he's a great fighter. He got a lot of experience. And he knows how to pick it up from round and round. But to me, I thought, I won maybe 2 rounds the most, I can't say, I don't think I lost the fight, but, he's a legend, he's here, he want to make 100 fights. Hey, what can I say?
What will you do next? What's your next step?
Oh, well, I'm going to go take some time to my family. I love my family a lot. I'm going to be back, try to get everything together. And I'll be back.
David, terrific performance. Very gutsy in your class act.
First, I want to thank everybody who was behind me. I want to thank Mashashi for their supplement. I want to thank the World Gym. I want to thank Sports Guards and everybody who was behind me. And people in Big Bear, I want to say, Lumberjack, thanks a lot for everything. God bless you all.
Thank you, David. Look forward to seeing you again. Let's go back over to Bruce Beck.
Just spit it right in there. Don't worry about it. Drop your hands. Be sharp. Change your angle. Give him that, hey, come on. That snappier punch.
So you saw the